bathroom, and of course she doesn't want to, and, you know, when she makes that snide comment, I'm going to take you down there just so you can, and she's being so rude to me in front of customers, just so you can see that it's out of order, blah, 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 right? And then when we get there, she's like, see, I told you it's out of order. And I said to her, I'm going to report you, you know. I'm not doing anything wrong to want to use the bathroom. I mean, and I know damn well she's full of shit. That's not the only bathroom on the train, which is why when I found her, right, when I said I had to use the bathroom, it's out of order. She doesn't want to take me down there. She has more cars closed off for whatever reason. Maybe it has to do with her. She didn't do her job that much. I don't really know. All I know, it's not always like that, as she's insisting and making me feel like shit when I know I'm right. And I haven't done anything wrong. She's treating me like a fucking, you know. And then she has, like, I'm wrong to want to use the bathroom. Fuck her. You know, God. So, and then I was saying, I said something to her. I said it again. I said, you know, I didn't know. I said something like, I didn't know that was closed. It wasn't blah, blah, blah. And she's like, and she said something. And I go, yeah, but you got mad at me. And she goes, looks at me. She talks in like this way. She goes, I'm not mad at you. Yeah, you were mad at me. But then it started all over again. See, she's trying to say she's not mad at me, but then she's pissed off now because I have to use the bathroom and inconvenience her that she has to take me down there. Meanwhile, whenever it's non-rush hour hours, you're always concentrated in one car, and they do have to take you down. You know what I mean? No, that's not true. Sometimes we've been concentrated in one car. I guess all the trains are different. Sometimes we've been concentrated in one car, and the bathroom was right there, and other times we have to go down. It just depends. It doesn't matter. Do you understand? It does not matter, people. All that matters is I'm the passenger. I'm the paying customer. If I want to use the bathroom, I have a right to, and I know damn well. And I'm actually going to find out. I want to know for sure, because the trains are big. Those commuter rails are big. There's no way there's only one bathroom on that entire commuter rail, because that means the person at the way other end, remember I sit on one end, the person at the way other end would have to travel the whole length of the train to use the bathroom. It's not. She just didn't want to. That's why she said, I said, I'm arguing with her. Oh, and I said, you know, it's illegal to, you're telling me there's only one working bathroom on this, there's only one bathroom on this train, and it's out of order. I said, that's illegal. I'm going to file a complaint. She said, you do that. You file a complaint. And she agreed with me. She should file a complaint, but she's full of shit, because there's not just one bathroom on an entire commuter rail train. There's not. That's why when I was arguing, she's like, you want to go search the entire train for a bathroom? You be my guest. She's like, for our purposes today, there's only one bathroom. I don't know what the deal was, but you don't treat me like that. This has never, ever happened in all the years I've been taking it at this time. So I know she's full of shit. Get it? I know she's full of shit. I know she's being a bitch. And I know it is not legal. But I actually could use it. A customer can use it. And so what? It's just like a porta potty. And I did use it, actually. I did use it. You know, just like I would use a porta potty. I couldn't wash my hands, but I wasn't going to eat anything. And as soon as I got to my destination, I could find a restaurant or a place or whatever that I could go in and Dunkin' Donuts, use the bathroom, wash my, you know what I mean? I washed my hands good before I was going to eat that day or anything. But how rude. My God, people. I'm so sick of these rude people in customer service or in whatever, you know? I don't do anything wrong, and I'm treated like shit. But as an aside, and I do want to point this out, most people don't do that. Most people in the service industry do treat customers with, in my experience, most people in the customer service industry treat me with kindness. They do. They might not treat me with like real like friendliness. There's another conductor on that train, female, and she's been a little bit rude to me before, but overall not. This woman went above and beyond. This woman has a stick up her ass so high, it's unbelievable. And I don't like it. But I do want to point out that most people in my experience, and it does make a difference. That's why I was just reading about that guy. 19 years old. He was a child star in Everyone Loves Raymond. I don't know his name. It popped up and I clicked on it just to see. And people talk about, why people commit suicide, this, that, whatever. And some people write what I would write. Like, you never know what somebody's going through, okay? From the outside, I look and think about it. I really am not overweight at all. I'm tall, attractive, blonde. I mean, I look like I have my shit together. I look whatever. Meanwhile, I'm really hurting inside. And that's what people write on these suicide things sometimes. They're like, you never know what someone's going through. That's why you just never know what someone's going through. You should try to be kind to everybody. You don't know from outside appearances what somebody is going through. That's why you should try to be kind to everybody, because you just don't know. You don't know if your kind word can make somebody's day. Treat me with respect. I didn't intentionally. I went where I always go. It's usually blocked off, and a lot of times one of the cars is blocked off, and I look at the bar there and I say, okay, I can't go there, I'll go to the next one. But there's never been two, not during rush hour, there's never been two blocked off, and she's full of shit. And she's arguing with me and making me feel like I'm wrong and I'm stupid and I'm ignorant and I shouldn't have gone back there, and she didn't have a chance to close it, but I should have known better. And yes, when I'm made to feel like the way, it flashes me back to my father treated me, and like calling me a liar, telling me my Kiss cup is missing, insisting that I took it. I didn't have any idea what he was talking about. I didn't take his damn cup, his special mug or whatever, and he's gonna insist that I did, And then Donald with his little. He's not clear on what he wants. He sends me to the 99-cent store. I told you this is when I wasn't his girlfriend. I would always be their gopher to try to, both of them. I'd go to all the stores on foot, if we need this or that or whatnot, to make up for the fact that I was living there and not paying rent, He sends me to the freaking 99-cent store. And he wasn't clear on what he wanted. He wanted all these little coffees. But he definitely didn't make it clear, so I messed up. I think he wanted me to. I thought he just wanted me to return coffees and buy some new ones. But no, he wanted me to buy new ones, and then the ones I returned, he wanted me to also, I think, buy more coffee replacing those coffees. I forget what the fucking situation was. All that I know is I tried very hard to do what he had wanted, and I got home and I'd done the wrong thing, and he acts like I'm ignorant, like I'm a bitch, like I did it on purpose, etc., etc., etc. Okay, went off on me and everything for a mistake that was actually I probably ran it by his mom afterwards, but he, she couldn't deal with him either, and she wouldn't admit it, but I think she was afraid of him. And remember, Donald would drink, and Donald was a violent, Donald was a mean drunk. Donald wasn't a nice drunk. When I drink, I'm actually a sweetheart. I turn into a sweetheart. I don't get mean or anything like that. I don't get mean for no reason. If I drink and I'm upset, then, but I don't just, seek it out. I don't drink and then just become mean. I basically become sweet and affectionate and want to be touched and all that crap. But, you know what I mean? But Donald doesn't have to be drinking to be an asshole. And I'd gone and done this for him, and I'd messed up because he wasn't perfectly clear. You know what I mean? This is not a case where I was being a ditzy blonde. He really wasn't clear on what he'd wanted. I'm not a mind reader, and I messed up, and he went off on me. Of course. Calling me ignorant and stupid and all this crap, So, yeah, I have a stranger doing that to me. Again, she's not telling the truth. And I got another customer. He didn't want to be bothered by me, but he at least admitted. I'm like, do you take this train? He's like, yeah, I do. It's like, at this time, he's like, yeah. It's like, there's usually not two of these closed off, is it? And he's like, no, it's not. Thank you. Bless your heart for being willing to speak to me briefly. Just, because because I know that she treated me badly for no reason, and I know that it was right. I don't like that. If I know I'm right and you're making me out to be that I'm not right, that I'm ignorant, that you're right, and you know what I mean, I'm going to flip out because I can't deal with that. Particularly when you're a fucking customer service person, an employee, and whose living depends on customers. I'm a paying fucking customer. You're going to treat me like that? No. No. Now I could say I'm going to file a complaint. Will I ever do it? I don't know. I told you about that, how that bus driver treated me that time, and you know, that was so rude of him, and I never reported it. But I think because commuter rails are more advanced than buses, you know, like the MBTA or something. Commuter rails are more advanced. Commuter rails are, you know, you pay more. You're sitting in a nice seat and whatnot. I think they might pay attention to customer complaints more so than if you complain about a regular bus driver who's driving the bus. And you can give some of those bus drivers a benefit of the doubt because they really have hard jobs, and people a lot of times just go off on them for no reason, etc. You know, didn't excuse that bus driver that time for treating me like that. You know, but this is different. You know, she's not running the fucking train, this woman, and she's not going to treat me like shit. Treats me like shit already. Has disdain for me, so won't even hand me my little receipt ticket. She puts it over there because she doesn't want to hand it to me, be polite that way. And then I perfectly reasonable, I want to use the bathroom. I use the bathroom just about every time I take a commuter rail, you know. Even if I'm trying to go to the bathroom, I use it for other reasons, the bathroom. I mean, I have every right to. I'm the paying customer, you know. There is a bathroom, and I'm sure it's illegal for there to be actual no bathroom on one of those things ever. So for her to try to say, oh, it's out of order. No, she didn't want to take me down there, and yeah, it's not working, but you could still go in there and use it. I think it would be illegal otherwise. There are people, people, who are older, or people who are senior citizens who can't go that long without using the bathroom. You can't say that there's no bathroom. She was just being a fucking bitch. She'd already been a bitch, and now she's being more of a bitch. So I have all this to add to my complaint letter, and I intend to do it. I hope.